Before I introduce our very special guest this evening, if you would, I would like to thank Judge John Settles for organizing this great celebration and everyone who helped organize it. This has been awesome. On behalf of the citizens of Washington County, it is my distinct honor to introduce a very special person in attendance this evening. As far as we know, this is the first time this individual has spoken to us in Washington County. And since our County of Washington is named after this president, and since our County of Washington helped us celebrate this very special occasion, and since our County of Washington is named after this president, we are delighted to have him come to help us celebrate this very special occasion of our 200th anniversary of our 1816 courthouse. It is once said by this gentleman that he was first in war, first in peace, and first in hearts of his countrymen. Washington County surely thought that. This is when we selected the name of our county and the name of the County of Washington after a fearless leader, a formidable military strategist, and the first president of the United States of America. And now I present to you President George Washington, the father of our country.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Wakefield. What a wonderful crowd out here today. Even the bugs have shown up. You can't beat that. Now, before I get started today, I am under explicit orders from home to be sure that I alert all of you that Martha, who could not be here, sends her very best to Springfield. Mayor Wakefield, Judge Settles, honored dignitaries, citizens of Washington County, my fellow Americans. Well, I can't quite explain how it is that I have come to be here today. It is indeed a pleasure for me to be here in Washington County to personally thank you for naming your county the very first county designated in the Commonwealth of Kentucky after myself. I do not believe it would have happened if not for your great statesman and founding father, General Matthew Walton. Not only was Walton the largest landowner in Kentucky with over 200,000 acres claimed, but he was also a great friend to your governor, Isaac Shelby. It was during the third year of my presidency that I was made aware of this honor here in Kentucky. I was and am very grateful to you for naming your county after me in recognition of my service to this great country, which I so dearly treasure. At the time, I wrote a letter to the county leaders expressing my appreciation. I've heard that that letter was framed and hung here in your 1816 courthouse for many years. It is my understanding that, unfortunately, someone has borrowed that framed letter, and hopefully you will have it returned in the near future. 1792 was a great year for Kentucky, as you were the 15th state to join the great new United States of America. And yes, Washington County, you were the first county named after Kentucky joined the Union. Yes. My gratefulness and pride in being so honored comes in the knowledge that the character and the values of this county's people are so representative of the traits that are required to make and keep our country great. Washington County is comprised of hardworking people who value family traditions, the lifestyle of rural America, and the down-home friendliness of knowing your neighbors. Washington County residents are quick to pull together in adversity, and they share in pride and comforts of collective achievements. Your county is built around agriculture, the very backbone of your economy. In fact, I understand that your own mill, Hayden Mill and Grain, even named its flour the pride of Washington and included my likeness on the sack. I am indeed honored. Washington County, Kentucky, has some of the most beautiful vistas and view sheds in the Commonwealth, some of the most fertile lands in the region. You can be very proud of your heritage and traditions because you represent rock-solid individuals that treasure family, church, and education. These qualities are essential in creating and maintaining a great republic which stresses liberty and unalienable individual rights as core values, making a people sovereign as a whole and rejecting aristocracy and inherited political power. American republicanism was founded and practiced, of course, by our first founding fathers, and it demands that our citizens be independent in the performance of civic duty, and it vilifies corruption. Yes, Washington Countyans, you exemplify the qualities that make a great republic and a great country. Now, there is a well-known legend, well over 200 years old, about my taking a hatchet that my father gave me as a gift and damaging his cherry tree. I am not about to confirm or deny the authenticity of that legend. That is, after all, the beauty of legends. But the story goes that when confronted by my father, I stood tall and I said, "I cannot tell a lie. I did cut it with my hatchet." Oh, I feared the worst, of course, but my father embraced me and rejoiced that honesty and integrity were worth more than 1,000 trees. I did strive to continue those traits throughout my life, and I see that your first officials embraced them as well. I have learned today that here in your modern day and age, there is something called a shout out. Well, then I must give a shout out to your county's first officials who were called justices of the peace and who led you after your formation. General Matthew Walton, John Hardin, Joseph Gray, Charles Ewing, Robert Abel, David Caldwell, and Jeremiah Briscoe. These grand gentlemen received their commission directly from Governor Shelby and were well versed in the meaning and purpose of our great republic. They don't taste good either. As you move forward from this auspicious day, I would like to challenge each of you to continue to be models for this great republic, remembering always that the eyes of the entire world are upon you. We must all fulfill our civic duties as if we were actors in a most conspicuous theater, specifically designated by Providence for the display of human greatness and felicity. Washington County, Kentucky, I am truly honored that you saw fit to name this beautiful land after me. You are the heart of the Commonwealth. For whatever generous and gracious hand it was that brought me here today, I thank you all. Know that I wish you all continued growth and prosperity today and always. May God bless us all, and may God bless our United States. Thank you.
Thank you, President Washington. We're honored that you have come so far and stayed around for so long to be here for us today. I would like to take the moment just to thank everyone that helped organize this event. Nell Hayden, Kathy Elliott, Stephanie McMillan, Sheila Smith, Brett Barry for the cake that we're all going to go inside where it's cooler in a minute and have a piece of. Hammy Robertson and Jerry Grider for ringing the bell. The Presbyterian Church for their choir and their beautiful music. And particularly our president, first president, George Washington. And so, and now before we all get so hot that we're overcome by the heat, we need to sing happy birthday to our building. And so I'm going to ask Kathy and who else to come forward. And please join Ira, come forward and join us in singing happy birthday. And Kathy's going to give you instructions.
When we sing happy birthday, when we get to the dear, we're all going to say, "Dear Courthouse." So happy birthday, dear Courthouse, so that we're all on the same page.
Happy birthday to